What is this?
What is all of this?
What did you do? This was normal a second ago.
Sorry.
And then I took a nap. I fell asleep.
And it got all cobwebby in here.
Yeah. And then I'm all hot now. And it's 1,000,000 degrees in here. How am I supposed to podcast under these conditions? Happy Halloween. Boom! Or should I say growl? Or should I say growl? Or should I say save me? Or should I say uh-oh, I'm becoming endangered? Boo boo. Or should I say uh-oh, I don't kill people that often, but I'm still a big fear for those who are afraid of bears. Whoa. I spoiled it for the audio listeners. I'm in a freaking bear costume.
You're in a freaking bear costume.
Are we recording? Because I don't want to do this again. It's hot.
It's normal. You're hot.
It's boiling
in
if you
the
notice.
bear costume.
And in October, you know? It's like really paints a bigger picture to the whole like global warming
climate
shit.
change.
Yeah. Climate change.
Yeah,
it's like
for sure.
How are bears supposed to make it through such a when even in the October they can't play in the orange leaves anymore because I swear it's 99 degrees right now.
I'm fucking sweating.
Boiling.
Yeah.
This is all the business. My name is Mitch.
My name is Billy.
So we're playing with different lighting today too.
Yeah.
Are my ears out?
It's more your ears. Yeah, your bear ears are out.
Okay, just making sure.
It's more subdued in here. It's more warm. It's more autumnal. Maybe it's a little bit spooky. I don't know. We'll see how it comes out in post, to be honest.
Yeah. We'll also see how long I just last in this thing before I'm just like fucking rip it off and you notice that I'm just balls out in this thing. I'm just absolutely dick pressed against. Like I was gonna say dick pressed against leg. Like when is that not the case? Oh, when I'm wearing my cage. When I'm wearing my little cage. Of course.
When I'm wearing my little cock sock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My patented little. I swear we're working on them.
Yeah.
They're gonna hit the stores soon. The issue is finding people who will make it.
The cock sock and the ball hauler. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. It's like a hammock.
We have nothing planned for this fucking episode.
We don't. But we don't need to plan it because it's the season to be spooky, baby.
Yeah. Will you actually face the camera more? Because I feel like people aren't appreciating as much enough that you are absolutely painted up like a little juggalette. My little juggalette.
Let's take a second to talk about the costumes that are going on today. On to you on first.
Okay.
I didn't know that you were buying a costume at all.
Should I stand?
Yeah.
I feel like they need to get the
Give
thing
a
of the legs
stand here
right
in the
here.
middle.
I feel like I should stand on the couch because they could see all of me. They need to see my legs. Here, move these guys.
They need to see your legs?
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone's ever needed to see your legs. Okay, he's standing. Okay.
This is a squeaky couch.
All right, yeah.
This couch is squeaky.
You're scaring me, so get down now.
Woohoo.
Yeah.
Damn, it's hot up here.
Oh my god. Come back down to your microphone.
That might have done it. That might have been it.
All right, good episode, everyone. Good night.
Yeah.
You came into the room this morning kind of puppeting this giant bear head. I mean, it was a bit disconcerting because like it looks cute now, but you were just kind of holding up an empty skin sack is what it looked like through the door, and I was like, oh.
You screamed.
What have you done?
I killed a bear.
Yeah.
I killed one of the last bears in San Diego.
It's the one from the flag.
I got his ass.
The brown bear from the flag. Yeah, I found him. And now I'm on the flag.
Yeah.
Alternative interpretations of this, because you chose this with Brooke, I think.
You think?
Brooke's a big bear fan, teddy bear fan, and I think she just thought it would be cute if you were a teddy bear.
Yeah. She's always telling me like, I want you to be my little bear and stuff, and I'm like, what is that? What?
And I'm clearly an otter.
Yeah.
I'm not built to be a bear.
You think I gained 10, 15 pounds total? I'm not bear zone.
You need another 100.
I'm not bear zone yet, sweetie. I pat her on the head.
Alternative interpretations of this. A, my fucking pumpkin.
Sorry.
Pick up the pumpkin. A, the bear from the California flag. That could be a good one. It's like patriotic, but not for America, only for California.
Yeah.
So that could be good.
Yes.
My one, I was like, more than you look like a bear, you look like the guy in Midsummer who got put inside a bear.
You told me that, and I was like, oh my god, I do.
You look like the guy from Midsummer who got... Are you doing the impression of him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He gets burned in the building, right?
You gotta have more fear in your eyes, yeah. Who gets put inside the bear costume and then set
Will
alight.
you fix the candle so that it starts flickering again? I feel like it's breaking the illusion that it's a real candle.
Well, you saying that has broken the illusion.
Yeah, but I feel like for the people who are like not paying attention or just like staring blankly at the screen.
Okay.
There we go. Thank you.
All right. Good.
The guy from Midjourney who was put inside the bear.
Midjourney?
Sorry, Midsummer. I've been playing with AI a lot. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos about like crypto and how NFTs are kind of coming back.
Nothing makes me drier than when you have fun with AI.
Yeah, that's why I do it with Brooke.
Nothing,
is because
just...
yeah, you become
I
inhospitable.
I shrivel up like a raisin.
To me.
Yeah. It's terrible.
It becomes impossible.
Don't say those words around me. Don't say Midjourney. Don't say AI. Don't say ChatGPT.
ChatGPT.
Don't do... Not... What did I just say? What did I just say not to say?
Oh, you know what I got? Oh, wait, were you all done with the Midsummer thing? I look like the bear from I look like the guy in the bear from Midsummer.
And then it's my turn.
Oh, right. Yeah. Sorry.
I
was gonna talk.
Sorry. Yeah.
I was gonna talk. I was gonna talk about VR.
I know that's what you were gonna talk about.
I was gonna talk about VR.
For sure.
Okay. You look great though. You really do. Your outfit looks really airy and nice.
It's very cool. Yeah.
Your legs
I could wear this to the summer Ren fair, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Skip along the meadows, be fine.
If you left me,
I could put a little jacket on, really.
If you left me in a car for like 13 seconds, I'd pass out. Yeah. That's where I'm at right now. If I'm not like listening by the end of the episode, I don't know what we're even doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to put a sticker like on this podcast that's like, the air conditioning is on, the window is cracked. He is listening to his favorite podcast.
To his favorite shoo-shoo song. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You look incredible.
Thank you.
Your outfit, like when you were like, I want to do a Halloween episode, and I was like, I don't really want to do that.
Yeah, you were. I was adamant, and you were so not bothered, verging on negative. About it.
Here's the thing, though. We need to tell people.
Yeah.
It's not Halloween for us.
It's not Halloween.
It's not. This shit's a lie. No, you're leaving for Germany tomorrow or some shit. So I had to I'm like, no, I don't want to really do that 2.5 weeks in advance. And I'm like working on like 1,000 things right now. And you're just like, no, it'll be cool. And then I thought, and I was like, can I just wear like an adult onesie? And you're like, yeah, no, that'd be fine. Like, I don't have to go like full Violent J again or anything. And you're like, nah. And I was like, all right, fuck it, I'll do it. And then you did this shit in like 14 seconds. Like, it was crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I actually just didn't dust for like a couple of weeks. And it just...
Come on.
Yeah.
Stop that.
Yeah.
And we live in a nice house. Okay? I work so fucking hard and you spread these rumors.
I work so fucking hard to keep
drip
up.
From your tongue like honey. Venomous honey. Created mead just to kill me.
You getting hungry for honey is... Are you in character?
That's funny. Yeah. I'm Winnie the Pooh. You think this is annoying on the podcast? Or is it like ASMR?
It's not like ASMR, I can tell you that. It's not like ASMR.
What about now? Oh shit, it got...
What if I whisper?
Oh, that got stuck in my balls. Yeah. Shit. Oh, that went all the way through. I'm what they consider a eunuch now.
I've actually managed to zip my dick to my leg. So it's just kind of one thing now.
I'm afraid if I walk, I'd rip my balls to like clear off of my body with such a force that they'd hit the wall. So, anyway, yeah. asleep to this. I feel like you could really fall asleep to this shit. I'm gonna close my eyes now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good night.
No, there's blood. I just checked.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Your costume's good.
Thank you. It's nothing in particular.
It's good. You're like a hot little juggalette, as I said before. I wish there was a gender neutral
Juggalex.
Juggalette. It hasn't been invented yet.
There hasn't been a gender neutral juggler.
I'm afraid after the whole like trans juggalettes or juggalettes t-shirts that Ouija and I did, if I then came back to Fago Lovers on the front page and I was like, we need a gender neutral term for juggalo, they'd actually kill me.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'd actually like find out where I live.
Juggalo. But then the female isn't juggala, is it?
No, it's
like
juggalette.
like in Spanish, juggalette.
Juggalette.
More like French. It's no good. I don't know. Juggalex is my personal vote.
We're out of time. Yeah, shit. I can't believe we talked about that for that long.
Yeah, this is just clothes that I own.
It's really good.
This is just different clothes I own.
It's really good. I like it a lot.
I got these bloomers recently at a secondhand shop.
The bloomers go crazy.
I'm kind of obsessed with them. Yeah, my striped bloomers. I got this kind of corset waistcoat thing at the Ren Fair in the summer. This was from the DAV.
It's all good.
This is I like to think of it as kind of like an amalgamate. Sorry, are you getting a text?
Yeah, can I take this?
You're getting a text on our podcast?
Yeah.
Well,
it was a random person on Instagram. You mind if I respond to it really quick?
Mind if I, for the first time all year, respond to an Instagram DM?
Sorry, it was a comment that said check your DMs, and I went to go check the DMs, and there was not them there, so I went to their profile, and then I just clicked messages, and it was just a message from 2 weeks ago that says, hey.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
And then I checked their profile, it says 14. Yeah, and I go, well, what a goose chase that was.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm 33, by the way. So I only have so much of the day.
Hey.
Yeah.
And don't tell me to check my DM.
Don't tell me to check my DM for a hey.
No.
From a little high school hey.
Yeah.
No, I was not getting a DM. Or a call.
I like to think of this costume as just like a kind of amalgamation of all of my past lives. Well, not all of them.
I could see that. Just
some of my favorite ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're a little bit clown. Mm-hmm. We're a little bit
is burlesque the correct term?
Maybe.
Yeah. I don't quite know what that is, but I know who Amanda Palmer is, and I'm like, yeah.
We're in the realm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we're in the realm. It's a little bit, I think mostly the hair is doing this bit, but it's a little bit like Fontaine if Les Mis were not a drama but a comedy.
Oh my god.
You know?
The sentence you just said.
Yeah.
Is insufferable to me. I'm already so hot. I wish there was a light kind of piercing through that crystal ball right there. Can you hand it to me?
My crystal ball?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of those things that you're supposed to like go like that and it like
what
goes
if you were
up.
just doing it perfectly
I know how to do whatever that's called.
For the first time ever. You just magically had the neck for it.
I want to so bad.
If I don't pay attention, it looks really impressive.
Yeah,
don't. If I only kind of half look at what you're doing.
Yeah, look at Billy and just pretend I'm in like your peripherals.
Yeah, the edge of your eye. Amazing. You're gonna hurt yourself.
That almost hit me in my mangled and tangled nuts. It almost got me in
my zipper.
Right in my zipper. It's unfair to call them my balls at this point. They're mostly made of zipper.
Do you think it's funny that in like Victorian Edwardian times this was their underwear? What I'm wearing now.
The crystal ball, and I was like, that's hot. How? Show me. This is their underwear? These?
This is bloomers, and then this is what you call stays, which would be like a little blouse and then a corset on top, and then your little stockings underneath.
Wow.
So really, I'm just kind of a Victorian slut. That's kind of, yeah.
I feel like
that's the main thing that's going on.
You've always been that, though. Yeah, in your heart of hearts.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I carry all my past lives with me. We're a bit Victorian slut.
You're
We're
Victorian
a bit
slut, I can
medieval clown. We're a bit kind of fantasy troubadour. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I'm liking it. I think I'm just gonna just dress like this.
I feel the same way about this thing.
Yeah.
I feel like I could go on a walk like this and I'd be fine if it was like the winter time.
Yeah.
Especially if I was like on all fours and saying like, this is who I really am. Yeah.
And like scratching my butt against a tree.
Yeah. And
yeah.
climbing a tree and kind of knocking a beehive kind of down into the...
Yes.
Yeah, watching them all.
And sleeping for 6 months.
There we go.
In a cave.
Uh-huh.
And then being awakened by some fucker in Skyrim with a bow and arrow.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah.
We don't have emails this week.
To be fair, we haven't even looked if we have emails.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. We didn't. You know what's funny? We do have emails, but
we do have emails.
I'm doubting they're Halloween themed.
Considering that we're
doing this like so far in advance.
Yeah.
I don't think they're Halloween themed. So there's that, and we didn't pick. I don't want to read through them.
Yeah.
I don't really want to read through them.
I can't be bothered.
Yeah, well, we haven't done a podcast in like a few weeks, and then you're leaving for like a couple weeks.
Yeah.
And then I don't even have to post this shit for a couple weeks. So I'm gonna just do episodes of Pull Away Slow until you're gone. I've been sorry. What?
It's just
What?
Tell me another one. Tell me another one. It's good. It's funny.
I'm gonna do episodes of Pull Away Slow.
Oh, you know.
I might even film one.
That's what you said last time.
That is what I said last time.
That's
Brooke
what you
here.
said last time.
Brooke's like, oh, I want Pringles. Can we eat some more Pringles? You know? No, I was fucking finishing my ambient music album, which is out now and doing really good.
By the way,
not that you fucking
care.
asked. Yeah. One song got playlisted.
Yeah.
And the album has got like, it's good. It's got like, I haven't checked it, but the last time I checked it, it was at like well over like 100,000 streams.
Well, ooh la la.
Well, I love that. I think that's really good.
La, la.
And I want to say thank you to the people who support me. I used all the money to buy this. This little costume of mine. The album is out.
Why'd you do that?
Why did I do this?
Why'd you put the pillow there?
I don't know.
Hiding something?
Yeah, I was afraid I was gonna expose my mangled, tangled little... I cannot keep calling them nuts. They are mashed into my own flesh. Yeah, they've become me.
It's more of a paste.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a butter that I've created down there.
It's more like a cashew crema situation.
I'll try to. Yeah, that's still not going anywhere. Hiding a boner with a pillow is like a really funny move to me.
It is.
Just sitting there like, haha, oops.
Yeah.
I miss the days of I don't. But it was
of having to hide a boner.
It was just funny to be in like middle school.
Yeah.
And you're just like, your like social studies teacher just happens to be in like their 30s. And you're like, this is the hottest woman I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah.
And you're just staring at her and you're just, and then your mind wanders and then you're thinking of whatever. And you're in the 8th grade. So you're, the bell rings and then all of a sudden you're like, oh no. I'm edging. I'm hard as a rock, you know?
Oh no.
And what do?
I don't know. This never happened to me.
It's insane that you have it's just such a fucking experience in life to just be like just trying to just make it go away mentally. Just trying to make it go away mentally just for a second, being like, yeah, I'm just finishing something up. Hold on. You're just writing the word grandma over and over again, you know? and then finally you're just like, you're enough to stand up. Finally,
yeah.
You put your little binder in front of your on your front. That's crazy.
Did I ever tell you what happened to one of my exes in their high school drama class?
No.
To do with this?
Well, maybe.
They. So this is a guy I dated when I was like 16, 17 years old. So at the time, it was pretty fresh in everyone's memories because it happened when he was about like 15, I think.
Uh-huh.
We were both like 16, 17. And in their drama class, they had like the theme of the class that day was cross-dressing.
Mm-hmm.
And now I feel like this is like not you're asking for it, but one shouldn't be surprised. You know, that maybe that might awaken something in someone.
Let's go.
I'm not saying it awakened something in him. He didn't say it awakened something in him.
He certainly didn't.
The story that he told me is that he put on like a tight little blue bodycon dress. It's like a mini dress, and it was tight. Like it really clung to all the curves of the body kind of thing. And then he said that he got an absolutely random teenage boner at that
just
moment.
out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere.
Just had nothing to do with anything. Yeah.
But
that's crazy.
The nature of the dress.
Sometimes when I'm like jerking off, I randomly get a boner. Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes when I like think about something that's really hot, I'll get a boner. Yeah.
I'll just have been like watching porn for 10, 15 minutes, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh my God, I'm hard.
He maintained that it was completely random. That it was a completely random one.
Yeah.
And I believe him. Why not? Sure.
Okay.
But the dress was so incredibly tight that there was just absolutely no way to hide it. Just no way.
This story's getting a little graphic.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's getting a little graphic for me. Yeah.
So the whole drama class saw. And he just
drama class saw.
The whole drama class saw. Yeah, and he just had to be like, yeah, that's what's happening.
What? Wait.
Yeah.
So you have told me this before.
Yeah.
Because you've told me everything, but going back.
That's how this was for me. This was like him. He told me this like 13 years ago, so I might be remembering it wrong, but that's what I remember.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
There was just no hiding it.
It sounds like an actual nightmare that someone would have.
Yeah.
You know?
Wouldn't it be funny if like that happened and then everyone's just kind of pointing and laughing and then like it just gets stronger, you know? It'd be like, I've awakened so many things in me right now that it's
like,
incredible.
Fuck.
This isn't helping anything.
Shit.
Don't point and laugh. No. For the love of God, don't call me puny either.
But yeah, I think in the realm of like random school time,
for sure,
boners, that's like probably the worst time, place, and scenario it could happen.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah.
It's it sucks too. Being it sucks as well. Being in like gym class, because they're like, all right, boys, put on these little gym shorts. You know, they. At least jeans or something, they can like hold you down a little bit, you know? They can push back.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
What the fuck is a gym short gonna do, you know? It's like it's the lightest little.
Yeah.
And especially the ones they give you in school. They got all those like little holes in them and stuff, and they're super light. God, man. Might as well be wearing a napkin, you know? A wet fucking napkin or something like that. They don't hide anything, and then they're just like run around and do sports and look at each other, you know? It sucked. It totally sucked. It's horrifying. Glad we didn't have emails, because we had a lot to talk about. I wanted to talk a little bit.
Yeah.
This last week, I no one's gonna care, but I'm gonna make it interesting. This is also you're probably asleep right now, so it doesn't matter. But
you're probably asleep from all the relaxing ball tangling ASMR that we did.
Having the weirdest dream.
Yeah.
I swear he was a bear, but his balls were just mangled. I got a VR headset. I got the new Quest 3.
Yeah.
And I was like thinking about it for a while, like as it was coming out, and then like a couple days before it came out, I was like, I'm pre-ordering this. I'm just gonna fucking do it. I'm just gonna do it. VR's blowing my mind. Like I've never fucked with it. Now, here's the end. What are you laughing at?
I've never fucked with it.
Yeah, I've never fucked with VR before. I just have not had a proper VR like experience.
Yeah.
You know? I think we've all had like you slide your phone into those old things that aren't supported anymore, and they're like, look at that. Now no, man, like this is
different.
This is totally fucking different. Why it's interesting to me, part of the reason that I justified getting it, and most of the reason that I wanted it so much, is that from the perspective of an agoraphobe, I think this thing is fucking brilliant, man. I think it's really, really, really cool. And, in the 90s, they used really like, what's the word I'm looking for? Rudimentary?
Yeah.
VR, virtual reality to like treat people with agoraphobia. Because way back when Claire Weeks wrote Peace from Nervous Suffering, or Peace from, which one is the one that's all about agoraphobia? That isn't just called agoraphobia. No. That's like her like medical book. It's all just doctor talk.
Yeah.
I think it was Peace from Nervous Suffering.
Yeah.
Or is it? Who knows?
Yeah.
But she talks about one of the things that she suggests is close your eyes and imagine yourself on the bus. Mm-hmm. Close your eyes and imagine yourself on the bus. Ooh, I got them out. Close your eyes and imagine yourself on the bus, and that, and like, you know, it's when you have a phobia, sitting there and thinking about something. If we really pin down Brooke and was like, think about blood, think about it, she'd squirm around and be like, ugh, that's horrible. When you have a legitimate phobia, even just the thoughts of those things can really trigger. So they were suggesting, Claire Weeks was suggesting, she's like the founding mother of what we consider CBT today.
Yeah.
I feel like you were going to make a cock and ball torture joke there.
I was not going to.
That was going to be like, very well, are you going to, I'm laying one up for you and you didn't take it. I was, maybe? There we go. Cognitive behavioral therapy. She's like considered the founding mother of it. And she was like, imagine yourself on the bus, blah, 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 whatever. In the 90s, well past this, in the 90s, they were implementing virtual reality to help agoraphobes. But this is like, this is the 90s. Yeah. Everything was just a giant green polygon. And they were just like, it was still freaking people out because they were like, I'm there. But in order to do VR, you had to go somewhere.
You had to go to like a specialist center where the VR took up an entire room. Yeah, and you strapped into it.
And now this is just it's an all-in-one. You just put it on. You're like, holy shit, I'm there, and it looks great, and it's in 4K.
Yeah.
So like, it's been a mind-blowing experience as somebody who's like, I haven't been inside a movie theater in over a decade. And as I'm getting better and I'm feeling like I'm gaining weight and I'm eating more and I can go further and I do feel better and I'm doing this thing called OptX now, it's optimized exposure. I think this is a really valuable tool for that because like I'm sitting there and my brain instantly is like, you are like, when you take that off, and it's not just me, anybody that's tried it, it's like, oh my God, when I take it off, it's like, holy shit, where am I?
It's really jarring when you take it off.
It's jarring when you take it off.
Even though you like cognitively know that you're like not really there and you're still in the room and everything, like whenever you take it off, you're always like looking in a slightly different direction than you think you are.
Yeah, I didn't
know
I was facing over here,
like,
right?
It's darker than you remember it being, and it's just like, it's very jarring.
Yeah. It's just, it's a trip. It's cool. The lower brain, that's what's interesting about it, you know? Your lower brain is the one that you have to convince. Your lower brain is the one that's like really freaking out and that believes all of these things. I think the lower brain thinks that I'm not here right now. Like I'm there, you know? It's not your more logical higher, but I know I'm in VR. I know that because, you know, that same brain is telling you, well, I know I'm not dying, and I know that I'm not having a heart attack, and I know that I can go out, and I know that blah, 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 but your lower brain is the one that, boom, fight or flight. Right. Yeah. And I do think that lower brain is the one that's being tricked by VR.
Yeah,
you know?
Just caveman lizard mode. Yeah, definitely.
Because I know I'm not on a fucking roller coaster, but I can't make it through a single one of those without having to take it off and be like, that's nauseating. Holy shit. Oh my God. You know, like there are all those videos of just like old people trying it at the mall or something, and then like they put the geezer.
Oh.
They put him on a roller coaster, and then you see this poor old person, they just fall over at the mall, you know? And I'm like, holy shit, I got to try that, because if it tricks your brain that much, I'm down. I'm super, super down. And it's not like, when you see it, when it's like casting on the TV and I see what Johnny's doing or something, he's on the roller coaster, and he's like, I can't take it. And I was like, what a baby. That didn't look that bad at all. And I put it on, I'm like, ew, fuck,
when you're actually in there, it feels very different.
So, it's been cool. It's only come out like super recently. Yeah. But I've been just like playing with it every day. It's cool to just like have in the living room, and then whenever I just want like a 15-minute break, I'm just like, dunk. So I'm talking to Neil actually tomorrow. I'm talking to Neil about like using it to implement like recovery in some way. I do think it's a valuable tool, and it's really cool. Like in those when technology kind of coincides with something like that, and it can be like a useful tool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I've been bullying a lot of children in VR chat, which has been cool. Yeah.
Well, yeah. It makes you feel big and powerful.
Yeah, and I make my character really big because on the inside I feel itty bitty all the time. Yeah. And my character's giant, has this big, deep voice, and I just like I make fun of people for like the things that people made fun of me for when I was a kid. And I'm telling you, man, you feel better. You know? Like you feel better when other people feel worse.
When you just keep that cycle going, it feels great. It feels great.
Because the second you stop, ooh, I'm back. I'm small. Yeah, so you got to keep it going all the time. Why's your candle fucked?
My candle's fucked up, to be honest.
Your candle
My candle's fucked up, and I'm not happy about it.
Yeah, it's embarrassing.
I know. I fucking know.
Want to tell spooky stories?
Do you have some spooky stories?
Yeah, I have a lot of spooky stories.
Do you?
Yeah, I got a ton of spooky stories.
I can never think of a spooky story on the spot.
You need to be more receptive to paranormal shit.
I think it's just happening all the time for me, so I'm like, no, that doesn't faze me. That's fine.
Well, you don't ever notice anything, you know. You don't, but I'm always noticing stuff, and I'm always like, you know, because it's weird. Like I will. How's my hair under here? Is it?
It's good.
It's feeling bad.
Come here.
Yeah, for sure. A little bit of a.
Yeah.
That's sorry. I know. I'm just.
Okay. Well, you messed it up again.
All right, for sure.
Yeah.
Do I just? There we go.
Okay.
So I just don't touch it.
Yeah.
Now, the second it goes awry, I need you to blink 4 times. Okay, and I won't adjust what I won't talk about it. But then I need you to blink 4 times, and I'll blink 3 times with this eye. And then if it's my hair, you'll go like that.
Yeah.
Got it.
Good.
What was it talking about?
Spooky story.
Oh yeah, I have a lot of spooky stories, but I'm always like I'm even just like talking like to my therapist about it, because I'm just like, now I don't want to get caught up in the idea that but that's beyond serendipitous, right? Like what are the odds of that? That's crazy. Like what did the and I love stuff like that. I love stuff like that, even if it's a little bit evil.
Oh.
Yeah, even if it's a little bit weird. Like but I genuinely feel like I'm very superstitious too. As you know.
Yeah.
I'm very superstitious.
Yeah.
And I love when I'm just like I'm playing like a word connecting game with Brooke. Like it's like the thing where you just connect the word. It's like Boggle.
Oh,
but you
word,
just pull
word shaker.
Yeah, word shaker.
It is Boggle.
It is Boggle, but you just play it infinitely, and like we'll just have the same one open for like a week, just being like, oh, let's open it up again. Oh, I found this little string of words. Oh, and look, that breaks up with these little string of words. So I'll be with Brooke or something, and we're talking, and we're playing it as we're blah 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 whatever, and then I'll just be like, oh my God, look at that. I found the word Satan. Look at that. Boom, boom, boom. And it gives you a certain amount of points based off of the letters and blah, 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 whatever. And that amount of points added up to what I had already on the thing added up to 666 when I got Satan. And I stood there for the longest time being like, what are the odds of that? What are the odds of that? That's so cool. I'm not even saying that means anything. I'm just saying that that's really cool. Also, that's not a spooky story. That's just serendipitous and Halloweeny. It is a little Halloweeny.
That would make me feel a bit funny.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
And I have a bunch. I don't consider them spooky stories, but I have a lot of like really personal stories about like, you know, after my dad passed. I have a lot of like really like personal but meaningful things that have happened. I don't want to share, but those are always really cool and always really like welcomed.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm just like, wow, that was like really incredible and really cool. And what are the odds of it? It seems impossible. That seems impossible that something like that would happen. I loved even just like after he passed, in all of the grieving and all of the feeling terrible and stuff, I couldn't help but notice that like electricity based things were just acting fucking weird all of the time. You know, and I'm like, that's cool. I don't know why it's cool, but I'll just leave it at it's cool. Also, before we get into scary stories, I want to I want to show off one thing really quick.
Okay. Where are you going? What are you getting?
The freaking zine.
Oh, yeah.
So, we were doing... Oh. We were doing art prompts. Jesus Christ, man. I want to cut it so bad.
Your hair?
Yeah, it's so long. Look at the hair as an actual thing.
Yeah.
Look at the fucking...
There's a lot of it.
There's so much of it back there.
Yeah.
Look at how long that is. I could fucking put it in a ponytail soon, you know?
You're long past the point of being able to put it in a ponytail.
Oops.
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're doing art prompts in the Discord server, patreon.com/flatstone. Join any tier, be a part of the thing. We watched Killer Clowns from Outer Space tonight. It fucking rocked.
Yeah.
We're doing movie streams all month. We're watching something on Halloween. We're watching another movie. Also, by the time they see this, we're going to be done with the Halloween streams. We do movie streams and then art
There'll
prompts
be one
and stuff.
left.
It's cool.
Assuming you put this up on a Sunday, that Halloween's on a Tuesday.
Join.
Yeah.
You'll watch server's choice of whatever we picked for Halloween, and God, I hope it's another Halloween town. So we're doing art prompts this month as well. I want to carry them through to other months. And the art prompt for the first one that we did was like, finish an old idea.
Yeah.
Finish an old idea. We had 2 weeks to do it, and I was like playing with songs and be like, oh, here's a super old song that I wanted to do, and maybe I'll do this. And I was just like super busy, and I was working on a whole lot of other stuff. And then
because you obviously have like a million like kind of half old ideas.
I have
songs.
literally hundreds.
Yeah.
And that's no exaggeration. I have hundreds of ideas, of good ideas. I consider them good ideas that I'm just like, not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet. I'll do that eventually, or maybe never. But you went to Zine Fest recently. Well, you had a booth at Zine Fest. You didn't just go.
I tabled at San Diego Zine Fest.
It's really cool.
Which is a big one. It's a large, big Zine Fest. Very cool. Been going for like over 10 years.
Do you want to tell them what happened while we were getting ready for you to go to Zine Fest? Because it was a fucking nightmare.
Because it sucked.
Just do an abridged version of it.
Okay, so I made anyone who's been following my work, which probably isn't that many people who listen to this fucking podcast,
Yes,
but I used to, when I lived in England, I would make like most of my income through selling zines for a couple of years there. My Patreon was all set up to be like basically zine based, and like not every month, but most months I would make a brand new photo zine and send it out to everyone and blah blah blah. So I got pretty good at making them, and I made a fucking ton. I think I made 17.
Wow.
Yeah.
Whoop whoop.
But
2 whoops for that.
2 double whoop for that. Double juggle X whoop for that.
Oh my god.
And I signed up for Zine Fest and I got accepted. But before I moved here from England, I sold all of my old stock, all of it, because I was like, I am bringing a bunch of fucking zines with me. So I did a big sale and I got rid of everything. And then when I got accepted to Zine Fest, I was like, oh fuck, I don't have any zines. So I contacted my printer that I usually use, and I was like, okay, I need reprints of this, and this. 6 issues, plus a new issue, so 7 different zines that I'd done. And I was like, I I'll pay for like next day overnight shipping. I want like rush production. I want to make sure that they're here like well in time for it. And I even like phoned them up.
Phoned them up in England.
Yeah. And was like, are they gonna be here on time? And the guy was like, yes. He was like, yeah, they'll be there on Friday. The Zine Fest is on Sunday. I was like, okay,
perfect.
This is fine. I was like, yeah, if we could just get them sent out like as soon as possible. He was like, yep, no problem. No, they'll definitely be there on Friday. Definitely. I was like, cool, thank you, appreciate it. Friday rolls around. I get an email from UPS saying, we have your package. It'll be there on Monday.
Boom, cue the waterworks. Billy is fucking crying. Billy has given up in a pit of despair, helpless.
It's true.
I'm checking their pulse. Are they still there?
Yeah.
You are crying on the bed.
It's true.
And you're like, I got a table at Zine Fest and I just can't. It's too late to cancel it, but I can't. I don't know what I'm going to do. And I blah, blah, blah. And I was just feeling like a good husband or some shit. But I was like, we're going to solve it. We're just going to solve it.
You were very answer orientated. Yeah, that day.
Thank you.
You were very, very, very helpful and supportive. Yeah.
You're sitting there on the bed.
I just started crying and then just put my face down on the bed and was just like, well, this is it, fellas.
This is it.
This is the cosmic punishment that I get for trying to do something good and creative. And this is
like,
the pushback.
No.
This is the pushback from the universe telling me, no, you shouldn't do, you should just give up on all your hopes and dreams, actually. And I said, yeah, okay, I'll do that.
And I was like, dude, no, like don't do it. You're so pretty. You're so beautiful. Don't. Yeah, I was like, we're gonna solve this. And I was like, what about is there, maybe I'm like looking up print shops around here, and you're like, no, when you can't just order them now, and I need them by blah blah. And I was like, we're here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna print it ourselves. And you're just like, that's impossible. We would need a new printer, and we would need blah, blah, blah. It's like, we'll get a printer tomorrow. And I'll order it on Amazon right now. Next day, we'll spend the money on a printer. Hey, I've always wanted a printer. I've always wanted one. Half
always
lie.
Always want to be a printer owner.
Yeah. Half a weird lie, yeah. I've always wanted it. So it's a business expense. It's a write-off, and we need, it'll be good for Zine. I researched for fucking hours.
Yeah.
What is borderless printing? How does borderless printing work? Can this do double-sided? Could this do borderless A4? You do A4, right? Okay, so let me, and this whole time I could barely get answers from you because you're going on the bed, and I'm just like, we're gonna solve it, sweetie. So I eventually convince you enough to let me do this.
Yeah.
Because you're like, no, I've already spent hundreds of dollars on the zines, and now we're going to spend hundreds of more dollars on a printer to print more zines just to go to Zine Fest. And I was like, but we're going to make the money back. Like, we're going to make the money back, and it'll be fine. And you're just like, okay, that sounds pretty dope, actually. And I was like, yeah, it sounds fun, right? And you're like, yeah, it sounds fun. And I was like, it sounds fun. It sounds good. So, like, the next day, the printer we want gets here.
Yeah.
Along with like all of the special paper that we need, along with a bunch of stuff. And
my special European sized paper. That was a whole nother fucking headache because Americans have different paper.
Right. And you're like, I do mine on A4. And I was like, okay.
Like the rest of the damn fucking world. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I guess. Another thing that's my fault. So I was like, okay, we'll do it. And like, it doesn't matter how nice the printer is. You can spend $50 on a printer, and I'm convinced you can spend $50,000 on a printer.
Yeah.
It's a printer at the end of the day. It's gonna, the drivers are gonna suck. Yeah. It's not gonna connect. It'll jam. You gotta kick it.
You're gonna need to kick it.
You're gonna need to kick the printer sometimes.
You're gonna need to at least roll up a newspaper and kind of hit it like a bad dog. Yeah.
We have breakfast. We start working.
Yeah.
For about 4+ hours, probably, until we're like, wait, let's do it like this.
I cry again.
You do cry again.
It's very frustrating.
And I say, we'll solve it. What we need is this other software, because now it needs to lay out all the stuff. Like, okay, then we do this, and then, okay, no, what we need.
And now it's backwards. Why is it backwards?
Okay, so now we need to make them print like this, and then how. Oh, okay, so we figured out the borderless. Very good. Okay, so now okay. So it turns out when we do borderless, we can't also do double-sided. Why? I don't know. It's just the limitations of the universe, I guess. We can't do that. Fuck. So let's then just, okay, what do we do? I guess we didn't need a borderless printer because we're just going to trim it.
We're just going to trim it ourselves. We're just going to trim it ourselves.
Hand trim. We already got the thing for it. We already got the paper cutter for it. Okay, we already have that. We've done this. Okay, let's do that. We make our prototype.
It took us about 4 or 5 hours. And at the end of that, sweating, crying, stinking, and screaming, we are holding one singular zine.
We have one copy.
Yeah.
Of one issue.
One singular fucking
of one of your zines.
Right, good.
And
cool,
we're like,
great.
Yeah, it looks good.
It's beautiful.
No, I like it. Yeah, you know what? Once we trimmed it and it was borderless, yeah, this rocks.
Yeah.
This is so cool. And we call Brooke, we show her. Mm-hmm. Brooke, look at this zine. And she's like, oh my God, you guys are doing it. And I was like, look at this. Mm-hmm. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And then we hang up. And then after that, you're like hearing something outside and you're like, I think it's a cat. And I was like, nah, it's just some kids outside. And you're like, huh? What's at the door? And I was like, I don't know. We got like an Amazon thing earlier. I thought it was like more paper. I don't know what it was. I was just like, yeah, like we were getting packages that day. We were just like the printer, the paper, the whatever else ordered, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, what's at the door? And I was like, I don't know. It came fucking forever ago. It came like right after we got the printer. Another package came to the door. And I just thought it was like another thing of paper or something.
It came like when we ate breakfast. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it's there. I know it's there. You don't know it's there. But I knew it was there. I'm used to getting stuff at the door.
And just leaving it at the door.
Yeah, I leave it at the door forever.
Yeah.
Unless it's my VR.
Not checking what it is.
So Billy goes to the door, picks it up, and I hear Billy just go. My God. And I was like, what? And then you don't say anything, and you're just kind of laughing, and you hand me this box, and I look at it. And it's your zines.
It's my fucking zines.
They came 2 days early.
From the printer.
They came like 2 or 3 days early.
They came 2 days.
It said clearly on the fucking app that it would be there Monday. And it's Saturday, and there they are at our fucking door. And I was like, we didn't have to do any of this?
We didn't have to spend the last 5 hours fucking wrestling with drivers and software
and other software,
and hardware
the booklet software.
God.
So I was like, you know what? No, this is a good thing.
No.
Now I know how to make a fucking zine.
Now, I'm gonna make a zine.
And I'm gonna make a fucking zine. Because I've always wanted to do that.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to fucking do that, but I'm just like not good at stuff like that. Obviously not.
It's honestly crazy to me that you haven't ever made one.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Like I have the poetry, I have the content, I guess I just don't have not even the drive. I think it's just the driver.
I didn't have the printer.
Yeah, I didn't have the printer or the driver.
That's funny.
Thank you. You steamrolled over the joke, but I kind of let's try that again. So I don't have the printer.
Yeah.
Just remember to cut it out in post, or I'm gonna look really fucking stupid.
Yeah. Try,
so I don't have the printer. Take 3 is gonna be the best. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, my balls are. God, they're mangled. I've always wanted to make a zine.
Yeah.
And didn't ever do it. But then I was you had mentioned I had made these like little like 1-page zines, and I don't mean they're 1 page long. I mean they're made with 1 page of printer paper.
Yeah, 1 sheet.
Yeah. And you fold them and you cut them in a specific way. And I've made them for Gentle Earth. I've made them for my poetry and stuff. Mm-hmm. But I was like, no, we have this software and I know how to do it. And I'm going to make a fucking zine.
Yeah.
But then Danny and Tyler came over. And I was like, check out this VR. And then they left at like 1 in the morning. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, I'm still going to make a fucking zine.
And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to go to bed because I have to go to Zine Fest at like 9 in the morning tomorrow. So I'm going to go to bed and do what you will.
And I stayed up an extra like 5 hours.
Yeah. You stayed up all night. Yeah.
I stayed up all night. Mm-hmm. And I just started fucking messing. Yeah, put it over here. Yeah. And then what if I did this? Yeah. And then
arranging. Compiling.
What are my favorites? And then what if it needs to read in this order? And then, okay, I'll just order them from this to this. And then I do some test stuff. And then I go, the printer paper, this also can't do double-sided. Fuck, dude. So now I have to... Okay, if I print them let's only print the odd pages in reverse order, mm-hmm. and then when they come out, I'll flip them over and do that, and then print even pages, and it worked.
It worked.
Okay, and then I folded it up, and I stapled it, and I made a zine.
He made a zine.
Look at this little thing.
He made his first proper zine.
I made my first zine.
Yeah.
Look at this thing, man.
Your first multiple page.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And this thing is it's like 38 pages long. Which is pretty good for a little zine.
Yeah.
And it's got a bunch of my poetry in it.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like split up into 2 different sections. So it's called My Arms Can Only Reach So Far, because that's my like poetry project that's been ongoing for a long time.
Yeah.
And if you go to myarms.info, you can read my poetry. It's been that way for years. But My Arms Can Only Reach So Far, poetry by Mitch Welling. And there's a little about, and then there's the first part of it is poems from Tumblr, 2013 to 2017. And it's just like my favorite poems that I wrote when I was on Tumblr, because that's just where I posted my poetry. And then the last bit is poems about Dad. And it's the poems I've written since my dad passed away in 2019.
Yeah.
So it's like 2019 through 2022. And I think it's really beautiful. And this picture on the front, I know you can't see that. I don't know. Put it on 4K and zoom. This little picture on the front there is like an old picture of my old bathroom at like my old house that I took from like way back when. So is this picture all blurry? It's just beautiful. Like I'm like holding it being like, baby. So I made like...
it's a really great feeling to make something in print. It's really
I love
cool.
it. I love it. And while working on this thing, I decided, I'm like, this is my art prompt. Like, this is the finished version. This is something I've always wanted to do but never finished, is make a zine.
Yeah.
And I did. I stayed up all night, and I did it. And now there's a finished version of it. And I only made like 15 copies or something like that. But it's like Zine Fest, so like most things are in increments of like 15. You know, like it's all pretty small.
Yeah.
I made 15 copies. It took a while, but I was like one by one, just blah, blah, blah. And I was just like playing like Beat Saber in between each thing, being like, that's about 2 minutes. Yeah, it's probably done. Flip it, play some more Beat Saber, stapling them till I had like 15 copies. And I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to bed. I need to go to bed. And then you wake me up in the morning. You're like, hey, I'm going to head to Zine Fest. Your zine's beautiful, by the way. Yeah. And I was like, I did it. And you were just like, yeah. I'm going to sell them at my table. You know, because that's what you asked me to just do the one-page zine for it. Yeah. And I sold out of them at the thing. And people were being really nice about it. They were like, this rules.
Yeah.
I loved it. I loved the feeling so much. So now I want to make more of these things. I want to sell them on flatsound.org. So actually, maybe by the time people hear this, I'll have them up for sale.
It'll be up. Yeah, I think that would be cool.
I think that's totally doable.
Yeah, it should be.
So by the time you listen to this, go to flatsound.org/shop, and hopefully you'll be able to pick this up. I don't know for how much yet. It's a zine. I shouldn't sell it for very much. So it'll probably be super affordable.
I was selling it for $3 at the fest.
At the fest,
but people are resentful to pay more for shipping than they do for the product.
They are. They are.
But we'll see. Yeah.
We will see about that. Plus, I was just gonna like give them away for free at the fest just because it's Zine Fest.
Yeah,
but
I was like, you stayed up all night making this. And also but spent a bunch of money on making it as well.
I'm justifying, like, if it's at Zine Fest, I'm okay with it being super cheap or free. If it's available on my website. Because I got a lot of messages when I was just like, hey, look what I made. From people on Instagram that were just like, can I buy one?
Yeah.
I love your poetry. Can I buy one? I was like, oh my God, no, not yet. Soon. How about soon?
Yeah.
But yeah, this is
you
cool.
can buy one if you're in the immediate San Diego area today.
Yeah.
Like, shit, what? I'm not.
A person came up to your table like right at the very end.
Oh,
as
right
you were
at the
packing
end.
up and was just like,
yeah.
I'm
like
here for
half the people had already like left and I was packing up and they were like, I'm here for Mitch's zine.
Don't make fun of this person.
I'm not making fun of it. To be fair, very, very common thing to say. Yeah. And I had literally one left. They'd all sold apart from one, and I was like, I have literally the last one.
That's
left
cool.
For you. Yeah.
That's really neat.
It is cool.
I love it.
Someone came up to me and they were leafing through it, and they obviously didn't read the like intro about section and just opened it to this page that said like poems from Tumblr this year to that year, and they were like, oh, it's just like collected poems from Tumblr. And I was like, huh? And they were like, you found all of these poems on Tumblr? And I'm like, what? No.
No, that would be theft.
That would be lame. What?
Yeah,
no.
that'd be really lame.
And then they seemed like disappointed that it wasn't that.
I love Tumblr.
Oh, I I love Tumblr.
Well, they're
I
from
love Tumblr
Tumblr.
poems. Like, well, you probably fucking know these if you like Tumblr poems.
Hey, these banged on
Yeah.
Tumblr, okay? And I mean tens of thousands of notes sometimes.
But yeah, very cute.
Very cute.
Another cute thing that happened is that I did bring the like 1-page Gentle Earth scene with me, and I was just giving that away for free to anyone who bought anything else. But a lot of people were like, "How much is this one?" And I was like, "Free, just buy something else." It's however much the other thing that you buy is, you know. But one person came up and they were looking at it and they were like, I recognize this format. And I was like, oh yeah, it's like a website that my partner founded. It's been going for a really long time, blah blah blah. And they were like, it's like user submitted stuff. And I was like, yeah. And they were like, people used to like post this on like Tumblr a lot and Instagram. And I was like, yeah. And they were like, I used to submit to this.
Let's
And I
fucking
was
go,
like,
man.
Whoa.
A little gentle earther
Cool.
themselves.
Yeah.
It's like a flat earther, but
And then they saw
gentle
like
earther.
I had some like flat sound stickers on my table that I was like giving away with your zine, and they saw the flat sound thing. They were like, "Flat sound's a band, isn't it?" And I was like, it's a music project. It's my partner's music project. It's the guy who founded this thing." And they were like, "Oh, I didn't know that was the same person."
I love doing stuff that people don't know because
Yeah.
Gentle Earth does really well as far. I mean, not
Yeah.
financially. It brings in no money and only costs money. Like a lot of my favorite projects I do.
This
but
being one, yeah.
every day it still gets like a ton of submissions. Every day it gets tons of submissions. And I hardly even have time anymore to go through them and be like, this one, this one, this one, this one.
Yeah. No, I would like often see like my friends just posting screenshots of it on their Instagram story and stuff. Friends who like don't follow you or know who you are or
It's dope.
anything.
It's cool. With Gentle Earth, I have Flat Sound. That's obviously the biggest. And I love every time I talk about wishing and I get at least a few messages from people being like, you're wishing. And I was like, I'm half a wishing.
I'm half a wishing.
Yeah. I'm all of good night, Dad. I love you.
Yeah. Did that one.
I did that.
One.
Got that huge dub. Take that, Christian. There we go.
Good.
Yeah. Whenever I talk about wishing and I think the funniest thing that people say is that they're like, oh, when I first heard wishing, I almost like reached out to you and was like, someone's biting your style.
Someone's stealing your voice.
Yeah. Someone's doing exactly
Someone's
what
singing in your exact same cadence.
your grumbly little cadence. That's really cool. It was really flattering, but also really it like rejuvenated something in me.
How long have we been talking?
About an hour.
Okay. Cool.
About an hour, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I checked a little bit ago.
I got a good sense for that.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So we're just about done. I didn't do one spooky story though. I have to do one.
Do one.
I have to do one.
Tell me one.
I think I've talked about this on the podcast before, but we're like 200 episodes deep. Just fucking, you're asleep by now. It does not matter. You're asleep. Also, I repeat stories all of the time.
All of the time.
I'm just so used to like me saying something, and then at the end of it, the person is just like, "You've told me that before." I'm like, why did you wait till the end? I'm like, I like the story.
I wanted to hear it. Yeah. I wanted to see if anything changed this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a cool thing.
If you threw a little fib in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I just got all mangled and tangled.
No, give me one.
So my favorite kind of like paranormal story that I have came when I was let's see. Okay, let me really set the mood. In fact, yeah, I remember doing this on a Halloween episode like a long time ago because I remember I added some like rain sounds or maybe some like spooky haunted forest or a campfire or something. I added something atmospheric and maybe did something a little bit to my voice. And as you can tell, I've done the same thing here.
I've done it again. It's happening again.
But and I'm just going to tell the same story, so why even do this? But it's because you're not going to go back to that episode at this point.
Well, just instead of telling it again, just go.
Yeah, just clip the fucking story.
And just put the audio over this bit.
I'm going to just tell the story again because it is my favorite story.
And we can just like make out while the audio plays.
Let's do that. Yeah. That'd be pretty cool.
Good.
Yeah. Don't tempt me. I will do something like that just to get. But then people will have like lots of footage of us kissing me in the bear costume, and then you and the. So all the sounds are still playing in the background, which is like adding a weirdness to this part of. I guess it's a bit that you're doing. Yeah. So I'm gonna ask you one time only to tread lightly for the rest of this podcast, because I am getting a little bit angry, and I don't just think it's because of my balls have been ripped off of my own body. Yeah. So I'm a teenager. Ooh. And I have raging hormones, and I'm having bad, weird sex. You know what's funny? You know what's funny about that too, is that like I don't resonate at all with the. Sorry, I'm just getting off track entirely now. But I don't resonate at all with the people who. Like, well, actually, it's a weird thing to say, really, that they're just like, your teenage years was the best years of your life. It's so careless. And I agree that it's fun and it's careless and it's this or it's that, but like, it only got better, especially sex included. Like, I can't believe, like, the amount of people that I've heard actually talk about, like, oh, that was like the peak, and I'm like, first of all, creepy cannot be the peak, right?
Yeah.
Not the peak. It's just not.
It's not. Be.
But also, all the sex I was having as a teenager, I have to think was bad. I have to think was fucking awful.
Yeah.
It just didn't know what was good about any of that.
It's just idiots fumbling around. Yeah.
It's just, ugh. I can't. Maybe that should be the scary story. So there I was getting a rough little hand job. Yeah. In a movie theater. You know what's cute too? How about this for a scary story? How about this for a scary story?
What? This is going in so many directions.
One time I was hooking up with somebody when I was just a little dastardly little teen, right? And this chick was, and I love her still. She was so cool. She was so cool, and a good friend too.
Yeah.
She was like a part of the friend group, but she wasn't around all the time. You know why? Sometimes she'd fuck off to Germany. Like you would as well. Just like I'm you. Going to. On a night just like tonight. Oh. Knock, knock, knock. I almost said her name. It wouldn't matter if I did. She has a beautiful name.
What is it?
Should I say it? Should I say it? It's not a bad story at all.
Yeah.
Antonia.
That's a great name.
It's a beautiful name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Antonia. Oh.
Yeah.
She was so cool, and still is so cool, I would imagine. I don't know, we haven't spoken in 10 years probably, but she probably is still so cool. And she's probably still German too, which is crazy to think about. And one time we were hooking up when we were just little baby teens, right? And she's German, so that there's just, she's like, that's insane, right? So that's everything about her is really fucking nuts and rough and stuff like that. And she used to tell me stuff like, we would start to hook up and she would say, do you like pain? And in my head I'd be like, I prefer pleasure, you know. I prefer pleasure. Yeah.
Out of the two.
Yeah. There was never a time we hooked up and it didn't hurt me in some way. Yeah, and I don't just mean like where you like draw blood on purpose. I mean like just her grip. Oh. Just the way she held me. Fucking hurt. Just
strong.
She's strong.
And you were somehow even frailer than you are now. Yeah.
And just something about that was very just like comical, but very endearing and very cool to me. It was almost like she couldn't just love gently. Even when we were making out, she had to just.
That's beautiful.
We had to press gums against each other until they bled. You know.
Jesus. Yeah.
And that was cool. So anyway. There's one story.
Yeah. Didn't
go anywhere. But then where would that go, right?
You were gonna say about the time in the cinema, I think.
Oh, where are you talking about where somebody bit my Adam's apple?
Yeah.
That wasn't Antonia.
Oh, it wasn't?
Yeah.
It seems like something she did.
It seems like an Antonia move.
I thought yeah.
It does. No, that was somebody else.
Someone else having a bit of a vampire moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where I got my Adam's apple bit. They were like, wouldn't that be hot? And I'm like, I'm having the worst good time I can have. I'm having the best worst night. You know?
Yeah.
Okay. Gather around because I'm actually going to tell a story this time. Okay. So, I was a teen.
Yes.
A little baby teenager, probably about 16, 17, around there. And I was on the phone with a friend. Now, every single night on the phone, I would fall. And I do this still. I love talking to people. I'm a chatty Cathy.
It's true.
I will talk to somebody forever and ever. I don't know where or when to stop or how to even gain the ability to want to.
Oh, yeah, why you would want to. He doesn't know. He doesn't know.
I talk and I talk and I talk. And I had this one friend, and we would talk on the phone every night for a little bit during that period of my life. And I wish I can even remember who that was at this point. I don't even remember who else on the phone with, but we were talking every night because I remember that every night on the phone at exactly 3 a.m.
Ooh.
Witching hour. The phone would start to cutting out, and I lived in a little town called Fallbrook in the middle of a avocado and citrus grove that went on for 9 acres.
Yeah.
And it was until we would always have to hang up. We thought it was the spookiest thing at first, but we talked every single night, so we got used to it.
Yeah.
Eventually, we'd start to hear the, and we'd go, fucking A, is it 3? It's 3. I know it. Yep, it's 3. Damn it. I'm just going to call you back in like 10 minutes. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Hang up. So it's happening again. And it's happened for the 1000th time at that point. And I was like, fucking A. Wait, actually, no. That hadn't started happening just yet. We were on the phone, and I wanted a cigarette break. This part's important. I wanted to take a little smoke break because I was a teenager, and I thought that smoking was very cool, and it's not. But at the time, I was smoking so many cigarettes, and I went outside to go smoke a cigarette. My father at the time, my dad was at like the beginning stages. He was just diagnosed with emphysema. So he was so against smoking. He was so against me smoking. He just did not want it to happen. He'd lecture me about it whenever he caught me, whatever. So I'm outside and I'm having a cigarette. I'm a teenager. I'm not thinking about anything. I hear him wake up, and I go, shit. And I put the cigarette out really quick, and I sneak back inside, and I go into my room, and I'm sitting there, and I'm waiting, and he comes inside, and he goes, oh, wait, you know what? I'm telling the story in the wrong order.
Oh, my God. Oh, my fucking God.
None of this matters. It doesn't matter because people are asleep right now. You know, sorry, it was so long ago. So pretend it went like this. Okay? Pretend it went like this.
All right.
The smoking was a thing.
Okay.
It was a thing.
A relevant thing?
A relevant thing.
Okay.
It was a relevant thing. It
All
was.
right,
I swear it was a relevant thing. What happened was we were on the phone, and it was 3 a.m.
Okay.
It was 3 o'clock in the morning.
I'm there.
Okay.
All right.
And it starts to build up, and then I start going, God damn it, it's 3 o'clock. Oh, fucking A, I can't believe it's 3 o'clock. Okay, I guess I'll just call you back soon. And then my television, right then, turns on. My old tube TV in my bedroom. Ooh,
scariest kind of TV.
Old CRT television in my room that I've had for years at that point.
All CRTs are a little bit haunted.
Now, I had this TV for a long time. I used to rip the buttons out of the front of it.
Yeah.
I used to rip the buttons right out of the fucking front of it. Dunk. Just so it would, like, turn off sometimes, because this thing was, like, weird. This thing would, like, turn on sometimes and just do, like, weird stuff all the time. So I'm on the phone, and it starts to build up. It starts to build up. And I go, God damn it. I think I'm just going to call you back in a little. And then the TV turns on, and I go, hold on. And then it starts flipping channels. Boom, boom, boom. Now, this was a time where we had satellite, so it had to be on channel fucking whatever in order for us to get a signal, and then we would
like
use the satellite. Yeah, whatever. So most of the channels it's flipping through is just static, because you have to be on one channel in order to have DirecTV, and then you would just go from there, right? It's flipping through channels. Just 80, 81, 82, and then at like 100 and something, it would just flip over again, and then it would just do mostly static, you know? And I'm sitting there, and for some reason on that night, I just stare into it. I'm just watching it. And I'm watching it, and I'm watching it, and I'm watching it. And I'm on the phone with this person. And I don't say anything, but they're like, what's happening? And I was like, the TV's acting weird. And I get super close to it, and it's flipping through static and static and static as the phone's growing, going. And I was like, I think I just need to call you back, but the TV is just acting kind of odd right now. Boom. And then it hits one channel. Boom. It hits one channel. And for a split second, imagine it's flipping through channels at this rate, that rate, this rate, that rate, another one. For one channel in particular, I saw a hand made of static pressed against the screen. Oh. Boom, it's gone. And I fucking lose it. I completely fucking lose it.
Yeah.
I start going nuts. Oh my God, I can't believe it. I blah, 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 whatever. I'd like to actually listen to the episode where I talk about this, because I feel like I was telling it more accurately then, because I don't remember where the smoking came in. Here's what I do remember. I went outside to have a cigarette at some point.
Yeah.
When I came back inside, because I heard my dad, he was like, I know you got the pack, just give it to me. And I start trying to explain to him, like, okay, yeah, no, you're right, here it is, but look, here's the thing, I just saw this fucking thing, it was nuts, it was blah blah blah. And he was like, okay, we'll talk about it later. I was like, no, I don't even fucking care that you caught me smoking, like, I just saw something that was fucking crazy, and blah blah blah. And he like mostly didn't like care.
Yeah.
But I was like, I saw something nuts, I saw something fucking crazy. And then you just have to like go to bed after.
Yeah.
You have to just be like, I called my friend back and be like, this is what I saw. This is what I fucking saw. This is what I saw. And it just felt nuts. But I was the only one that saw it.
Yeah.
But I saw a hand made of static pressed against the glass of this old CRT TV. And I'll never forget it.
I hate that.
I love it.
Ugh.
I want it to fucking happen again.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
I love stuff like that.
There's no way that you do.
I do want it to happen
again. You
again.
get so scared.
I'm a fraidy cat. Of course I get scared.
You get so scared.
But I love stuff like that. I truly, truly do.
That's horrifying.
I think it's great.
I love the part where you said the smoking thing and then you swore to me. You swore and you gave me your word that it was relevant. And then you forgot where it came in or why.
Yeah. I don't remember where that like, it was so long ago. Yeah. And it's been so long since I've even thought about that or told that story.
Yeah.
I remember at some point I was smoking and my dad almost caught me. And then when he came into my room to be like, all right, give me the pack, I handed it to him and I was like, look, man, like, ground me, whatever. But
yeah,
I think there's a poltergeist or some shit. Like, I think this fucking house is haunted. Yeah. What's going on?
Yeah.
What is this? And he just like it was like super late and he's like, I'm gonna go back to bed. And I was just like, dude.
That's what you get for being awake at witching hour, to be honest.
It's damn near witching hour now.
Oh my god. It is.
It's freaking late.
Jesus. Christ.
I feel good though.
I have to go on a plane.
I know, you gotta leave tomorrow.
Yeah.
I love the idea of having a podcast, just be able to fucking talk about anything. Like I could truly just be like, yeah, I have this story. Wait, that's not how it went. Wait, it doesn't fucking matter. You're asleep. You're fucking asleep
Don't even
right now.
fucking pretend to me that you're listening to this
you're
right
not
now.
Listening to
well,
this.
You're hearing it. You're hearing it. Yes.
You're not listening to this.
Are you listening? No. Are you doing active listening? That would be weird.
That'd be weird the whole time.
Yeah.
We had
Yeah.
That's how I imagine
totally.
fucking what's their name? Tim listens to the podcast because they had mentioned. I was like, well, who actually watches this shit? And we had a comment from Tim, who's in the Discord, who was just like, I sit there and watch it.
I sit and watch it.
I don't know why. I just sit there and watch you guys. And like, that's so funny. I would like to just, because I'm pretty sure they're the only fucking person that does that.
Yeah.
I want to just start like, sometimes I'll just like, as we're talking, I won't emote to it at all. Just like bring out a sign that says like, "Hey Tim."
Hello Tim.
Yeah, a little hello Tim sign.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Hope you're doing well today. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Sometimes we'll hold it up and for no reason really, it'll just say like, "Fuck you, Tim."
That's
in particular.
That's a cool inside joke to have a sign here. Sometimes we just hold it up and says, "Hey Tim."
It just says, "Wait, let me pull it out right here." Yeah. It just says.
Yeah, hey Tim, how about this? Boom. There you go. Tim's the nicest person. I'm also not even like sure their name is Tim, but their screen name is always Tim something.
Yeah.
So Tim it is.
Mm-hmm. It's actually an acronym. Yeah.
Timothy.
The T is for Timothy. Imothy. Mim.
Michael. Yeah.
Timothy Michael.
Yeah. Tim for short.
But my full name's Timothy Michael.
Yeah.
Good.
You had a joke I love that you like someone's name was like Jack, but it's their full name is Jack and then their last name is Sofalot. Because when I just hear Sofalot, I'm like it's kind of a cute name. It's like it sounds like that Pokemon, you know?
Yeah.
But Jack Sofalot is really funny to me.
It is, yeah. Jack Sofalot.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's an incredible joke.
It's just like, we've all heard Jack King or something.
Or fucking Mike Hunt or something like that.
Yeah, we've all heard those. I've never heard
Jack Sofalot. I think it's so funny. Jack Sofalot is so funny to me.
I like it, yeah.
I'm boiling hot. And I got to say, this has been all the Thank you so much for listening. What? This is all the Space Between. Thank you. Oh, my name is Mitch.
His name is Mitch.
Sorry, I'm very hot.
Yeah. Imagine how the guy felt when he was wearing the bear costume and being set on fire.
I feel like that's what I get it.
I'm approaching that level.
I burst into flames right at the end of this. That would suck. Fix this.
Thanks.
Oh, shit.
That's great.
We got to sign off.
Wonderful. Now. Okay, well, thanks a lot. I've been Billy. Thank you for listening to our Halloween episode.
If you like, sorry. You better have. Sorry, did you say without not at the end of the episode just going without having something to say?
I was gonna say what you started saying.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
If you like the episode and you think other people might also like the episode, tell your friends about the episode.
Yeah.
I might wear the bear costume again. Honestly,
yeah, it's pretty good. I have not a bear costume, but I have a big onesie like this.
And it's
Spyro.
I was gonna say.
It is Spyro the Dragon. But you're a brave man for wearing a shirt under that. Because I would 100% of the time be nude underneath.
For sure.
It's too hot.
Well, I knew that
it's an outfit by itself.
I knew that I would occasionally be doing this, and I didn't want to go all... I don't need everyone knowing what my chest hair looks like. Because it might surprise you to know I do actually have chest hair.
Quite a lot of it.
I wouldn't even say quite a lot. It doesn't come out... it doesn't come out of the shirt like a whole bunch like that, like I kind of want it to.
Yeah.
It's a little patch here that grows just kind of around my nipples.
Kind of asymmetrically.
And asymmetrically goes up my stomach and then up over here.
Well, now you're telling people so much that you might as well just...
Wraps around, kind of. And then it ends as like a little...
up on the shoulders.
It's a happy trail that kind of is behind my ear. Yeah.
You're not wearing pants underneath, though.
I'm not wearing pants. Maybe I'll show a little thigh.
Maybe I'll show my mangled cock and balls by accident.
Okay. Hold on. This is just for the patrons. Woo! God, it's horrifying. Jesus Christ, go to a doctor. I can't.
I can't. And what's more, I won't.
I won't. I can't move.
Won't.
Yeah, I already told you if they'd slingshot and fucking hit the wall if I live here now.
Good.
I sleep here now. All I need is the VR, and then it's like I'm in our bedroom.
Perfect.
Yeah. Strap the VR on me, and we'll have sex like that.
Wonderful.
This is the last thing I'm gonna say. You know what's really funny?
What?
I've been fucking a lot with the big screen app. If you're into VR, you know what the big screen app is. And I finally I was just looking, being like, whoa, I'm in a theater. But I actually made an account and just joined random rooms. They're absolutely insane.
Yeah.
I joined one that was just 21 and up, and I was like, I hope these are all 20. Jesus Christ. Sure. And I go, and it was almost full, and I kept having to try and join. It's almost like I'm locked out of a club. I'm having to be please let me in. This seems like the coolest room.
Yeah, we have a 1 in 1 out system. Yeah. You told me that there was a one that you couldn't get into because it was completely full, and it was just called Racist Rant.
Yeah. I saw that and I was like, what? Well, this can't be. This can't be. I need to join and just be like, hello? What are you talking
What's
about?
happening?
Go outside. Holy shit, dude. I wanted to hear like just what type of racism it was, you know? I needed to just hear it and just be like, sorry, I need to speak up. What are you saying? There's also one that was just called like, it was like peer counseling or something. It was just a bunch of like older people just like talking to literal like 7th graders who were just like, I need advice. And I was just like, weird thing to want to do, but okay.
For sure.
Hi, I'm a cop. Now what? Now where does that place us? Is everyone just going to VR scatter or something? You know, they're all just going to disconnect at once.
What's the moderation situation like?
There's a fucking room called Racist Rant. I don't think there's any moderation at all. It's the fucking Wild West. Anyway, I joined the 21 and up one. I joined the fucking 21 and up one. Yeah. So I don't understand VR just yet. And this was the big screen app. It wasn't VR chat, which I'm too afraid to try yet.
Yeah.
But this is just the big screen app, and I don't get if people are like role playing. I don't get if they're role playing or not, but like we're on a rooftop party.
Yeah.
There's like a bad Snoop Dogg song playing, and by bad I mean like it's from some movie or something, you know? And it's just on like the big screen, and people are just like, but then like, you know, like Sweet Home Alabama or something starts playing, and people start like singing along, but they're all like acting like they're really drunk, and they're just like, yeah, that's my screen name, Artifact. Hey man, what's up? Hey, you better be 21. You better. And I give him a little thumbs up, and he's just like, all right, man, I believe you.
Yeah.
Man, and then this like drunk chick comes by, and she's like, baby, where are you? Where are you, baby? Oh, there you are. And then they sit really close and like kind of look like they're making out or something, and they start like drunk talking to each other. And there are multiple people doing this, and I'm like, there's no way.
Are you actually all drunk in here, or are you just pretending to be?
I think they're all pretending to be drunk and pretending to be at a. I think we're just role playing. But like they're role playing.
Was it as insufferable as being in a room full of real drunk people?
No, because at any point I could just be like zoink, and then
You can do that in real life too.
I guess so. Yeah, that's what.
Leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just like go to the bathroom
goodbye.
and
yeah,
stare into the mirror.
Yeah.
Realize how drunk I am. They're just talking, but they're acting smashed, man. Yeah. But I don't think. But you know, like when a person acts drunk, and it's like that really insufferable type of just.
Yeah.
I hate it, and you can. It was that.
The coward slapstick.
Yes. The coward slapstick is acting drunk.
That's how I feel about it.
There's something about acting drunk or acting high. I cannot believe that there are people online that are just their whole thing is just like talking like the turtle from Finding Nemo. And people are like, that's so funny. I've never seen Dude, Where's My Car 15 years or 20 years ago, you know? Like, it's like, this is such an unfunny joke. Yeah, I've not seen, like, so many different 90s movies. It's not funny. Did you hear a coyote?
Being high is a serious...
It's not funny.
Time. Yeah.
I'm going to just, like, imagine this bear costume, but I'm not in it, and it's just like flat on the thing, and it's like, this is what happens when you smoke marijuana. Did you hear the coyote?
I did hear the coyote.
Sorry, I feel like I'm all over the place this episode.
Spooky.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Send us an email sometime. Our email is
all the space in between @gmail.com.
Talk to you next time. Thank you for listening and hanging out with us.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Fucked up from drinks. Did I? Huh. We love just doing an hour and a half.
I know.
It's hard not to do an hour and a half. Okay, ready? Yes. 1, 2.